Get up and above me in the dark, was all over white man. I said to him, give her up. I said to him, give her up, I swore I won't hold my secret. All the mornings I was still stitching better than it, burst in and put it, give him up, she's beaten hard. The first time pulled up in the flesh, I understood what he preferred me.
I went further when she smelled the rat and contact which is more than first. I knew she could have no proof, so I told her I did not know what she was talking about.
He continued as assiduous as ever. This was horrible at the time. I wondered if I were not accusing him unjustly, yes.
What have you to complain of? I said, have I been neglecting you? How could we be together in the way we are if there was someone else? Loving her as I did with all my heart, I could not but feel sorry for her.
Fearing she was about to offer me violence, I rang for Erskine and had her shown out her parting words as he could testify if he's still living and has not forgotten something going on the earth, letting people in, showing people out. What if the effect that she would settle my hash? I confess it alarmed me a little at the time.
She was not convinced, Anna. She put a bloodhound on me, but I had a little chat with him. He was glad of the extra money.
Why didn't you get out? I said when he started moaning about his home life, there was obviously nothing between you anymore, or is there? That was my first feeling for a moment. What a man. Anything between us, he said, what you take me for is something machine, and of course within no danger of the spiritual thing. Then why did you get out? I said I sometimes wondered if he was not living with her for her money.
The next thing was the scene between them. I can't have her crashing in here, she said, threatening to take my life. I must have looked incredulous. Ask Erskine, she said, if you don't believe me, but she threatens to take her own. I said, not yours. She said, no, it was hers. We had fun trying to work this out. Then I forgave him for what the love not stood. I suggested we could jaunt to celebrate the Riviera or Darling Gran Canaria. He was looking pale, peaked, but this was not possible just then. Again, they're strolling all humming, licking their lips. Poor thing, I was doing my nails by the edge, and he's told me the best. Do you, Angel? I
said to him, give her up, I swore I won't have no secret. One morning as I was sitting by the open window, she burst in the door at me. Give her up, she screamed. He'd mine. I'd read the title. I'd seen her now for the first time, full length in the flesh. I understood why he preferred me.
We were not long together when she smelled the rat. Give up that horse, she said, or I'll cut my throat. Pardon, so help me God. I knew she could have no proof, so I told her I did not know what she was talking about.
What are you talking about? I said, stitching away someone yours, give up whom I smell you off, and she screamed, he stinks of bitch. Though I had him dogged for months by a first-rate man, no shadow of proof was forthcoming, there was no denying it. He continued as assiduous as ever, and his horror of the mentioned anything made me sometimes wonder if I were not accusing him unjustly, yes.
What have you to complain of? I said, have I been neglecting you? How could we be together in the way we are if there was someone else? Loving her as I did with all my heart, I could not but feel sorry for her.
Fearing she was about to offer me violence, I rang for Erskine and had her shown out her parting words as he could testify if she was still living and has not forgotten something and going on the earth, letting people in, showing people out. What if the effect that she would settle my hash? I confess it alarmed me a little at the time.
She was not convinced, I might have smell her off you, she kept saying. There was no answer to this, so I took her in my arms and swore I could not live without her. I meant it is more, yes, I'm sure I did. She did not repulse me. Judge then of my astonishment when one fine morning as I was sitting stricken in the morning room, he slunk in, fell on his knees before me, buried his face in my lap and confessed. She put a bloodhound on me, but I had a little chat with him. He was glad of the extra money. Why did you go out? I said when he started moaning about his home life, there was obviously nothing between you anymore, or is there? I confess my first feeling was one of wonderment. What a male. Anything between us, he said, what do you take me for? It's something machine, and of course within no danger of the spiritual thing. Then why did you get out? I said I sometimes wondered if he was not living with her for her money. The next thing was the scene between them. I can't have her crashing in here, she said, threatening to take my life. I must have looked incredulous. Ask Erskine, she said, if you don't believe me, but she threatens to take her own. I said, not yours. She said, no. I said, hers. We had fun trying to work this out. Then I forgave him for what will love not stood. I suggested a little jaunt to celebrate the Riviera or Darling Gran Canaria. He was looking pale, peaked, but this was not possible just then. Professional commitments. She came again, just strolling all honey, licking her lips, poor thing. I was doing my nails by the open window. He has told me all about it. She said, who she? I said, fighting away, and what it? I know what torture you must be going through. He said, and I had dropped him to say I very no ill feeling. I rang for Erskine. And then I got frightened and made a clean breast of it. She was looking more and more desperate. She had a razor in her vanity bag. Adulterers, take warning, never admit. When I was satisfied it was all over, I went to have a gloat, just a common tart, what he could have found in her when he had me. When he came again, we had it out. I felt like death. He went on about why he had to kill her too risky and so on. That meant he'd gone back to her, back to that. Pudding face, puffy spots, blubbermouth, jowls, no neck. But he went on and on. I could hear a mower, an old hand mower. I stopped him and said that whatever I might feel, I had a silly stretched off of an onward stomach for her leavings early. He thought that over for a bit. Gosh, like a flunky. When I saw her again, sure, then it will come. Say, I'm not disappointed. No, I am. I'd anticipated something better, more restful. Oh, you were weary of me. Down, all going down into the dark pieces coming. I thought, after all, at last I was right. After all, thank God, when first this change. Less confused, less confusing. At the same time, I preferred it still. Never been. Bad job. Always not looking into someone else. Get off me, get off me! It will come, must come. There is no future in this. On the other hand, things may disimprove. There is that danger. Oh, of course, I know now. Is it that I do not tell the truth? Is that it? That someday, somehow, I may tell the truth at last, and am more light at last for the truth? You might get angry and blaze me clean out of my wits, mightn't you? I know now. All that was just play. And all this. When will all this? Is that it? Mightn't you? All this. When will all this have been? Just play.
I can do nothing for anybody anymore, thank God, so it must be something I have to say how the mind works still.
But I doubt it. It would not be like you somehow. And you must know I am doing my best.
I'm just to confirm. I'm sorry.
I have said that I can't really let him know.
I'm sorry. I didn't together. It's very passive. I've got a couple of
Is anyone listening to me? Is anyone looking at me? Is anyone bothering about me at all?
not even a squeeze of
Is it something I should do with my face other than utter? Weep?
Am I taboo, I wonder? Not necessarily now that all danger is averted. That poor creature, I can hear her. That poor creature.
Right off my tongue and swallow it, spit it out. Would that teach you how the mind works still, to be sure?
We sorrow together and compare. Pardon, happy memory.
If only I could think there is no sense in this either, none whatsoever. I can't.
See whatever came of her, do you suppose?
Personally, I always prefer victims.
And that all is fully more fallen from the beginning on empty air. Nothing being asked for, no one asking me for anything at all.
No necessary is that then.
Can't.
Kissing those sour kisses.
I pity them in any case. Yes, compare my lot with theirs, however
Yes,
blessed.
I can't. The
What do you
mind
do when you go out? Sift.
Am I hiding something? Have I lost?
She had means, I fancied, though she lived like a pig.
Very like every moving momentum coming. Get it in straight again.
Have I lost the thing you want? Why go on? Why go?
You perhaps beginning with the poor thing, she needs a rest.
Perhaps she's taken him away to live somewhere in the sun.
Why go down? Why not?
Perhaps she's sitting somewhere by the open window, her hands folded in her lap, gazing down out of the olives.
Why not keep on glaring at me? Leave it up to you.
No.
Good.
Gazing down out of the olives and the sea, wondering what can be keeping him growing cold, shadows stealing over everything, creeping, yes.
Do you think we were never together?
Well, perhaps a little unhinged already.
Poor creature, poor creature.
Never worked together on a May morning, the first to wake the other two, then in a little dinghy.
Penitence is at a pinch at home and one must resign, but no, that does not seem to be the point either.
I say, am I not perhaps a little unhinged already? I doubt
A
it.
little dinghy.
Silence and darkness are all I craved, while I get a certain amount of both, they being one, perhaps it is more wickedness to pray for more.
A little dinghy on the river. I resting on my oars, they lolling on their pillows in the stern. Sheets drifting. Such fantasies.
Hellish half-light,
A shade gone, and the head, just a shade. Get that.
We're gonna civilize.
dying for dark, and the dark of the worst strange.
Such fantasies then and now.
I doubt it.
Yes, and the whole thing, they're all there, staring you in the face, you'll see it, get off me all weary.
And now that you are mere eye just looking at my face, it wandered off.
Weary of playing with me.
Something in my face, some truth in my eyes. Opening and shutting on me. Am I as much as being seen?